Hey friend, Roger Christopherson here again with another first listen review. And I wasn't really sure if I was going to babble about this one or not, even though I was really excited to get this one because I saw that it was, featuring Stan Lynch on drums. And I'm talking about his new band called The Speaker Wars. And I really know nothing about anybody else in this band. All I read up on it was that him, who in case you don't know, Stan Lynch, he was a drummer for Tom Petty for like ever, early on. I don't know if he got fired or what happened there, but anyway, left them, after doing several albums with them. And I think the sound of Tom Petty changed after that, quite honestly, that he just had a really cool groove with the rest of the band. And I don't care what people say, you change one member, it changes the whole sound of the band sometimes. And that's kind of what it did with me. Even though Tom Petty's amazing, still went on to do great things. It changed. That's all I'm saying, not saying good or worse or whatever. It changed. So he went on to do a whole lot of producing, which I didn't really follow what he had done, but I know he's produced a lot of artists out there. And somewhere along the line, he hooked up with a guitarist, vocalist dude named John Christopher Davis, and they were going to actually do a band, I guess. Yeah, I guess it was somewhere along the line. Don Henley is the one that came up with the name for the band like years ago, and Stan just kind of held on to that and saved it for this project, and it fits pretty cool. It's a cool name. I mean, one thing it's hard to do, trust me, I know, with all the bands I've been involved with over the years, trying to decide on a name is one of those like never-ending. It's hard to do. Like, you think you got a cool name, and then you look, and somebody else has it. So I haven't heard of this band using this name any other time, so that was cool. It's original, and it's whatever. It doesn't really mean anything. You can kind of delve into it, whatever you want. But anyway, back to the music. Instantly, when this thing kicked in, I noticed it sounds a lot like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. So, shocker, I know. Although John doesn't sound anything like Tom Petty, but musically and stylistically he's got that Americana, a little bit of rock, a little bit of southern rock, country-ish type feel going on in there. And, just the opening song's got that super catchy harmony vocals, 3-4 part harmonies going on. I actually don't remember if it's 3 or 4, but big harmonies either way. Cool song, catchy, super, powerful ear candy right off the bat. And that pretty much continues on through the first half of the album. Some are a little bit more upbeat than the rest, but generally it's fairly mid-tempo. There's nothing that really super rocks out, and nothing really gets too ballady or slow at all. It's kind of all right in that vein. You hear little touches of gospel every now and then. Just a little. He's got kind of a soulful voice. It's very pure voice. It's one of those voices that when I heard it, I'm like, man, this reminds me of somebody else. And for the life of me, cannot pinpoint who it is. Our brains always try to do that for some reason. You try to relate it to something else, and I just could not pinpoint what it sounded like to me. But but Stan, you can hear his signature style playing. It's just he's got that cool swing to his playing, I think, and it just really locks in. The band's, top notch, very tasteful guitar playing, a lot of acoustic and clean guitar going in there with a little bit of that, mixed distortion, clean sound going on. Nothing super over the top rock here, that style. A lot of what Tom Petty does, and solos even have that, Mike Campbell feel to it a lot of time, although this guy plays a little bit more. Mike's a little bit of a very understated, tasteful player with this. The guitar on this one was a little bit more going on than that. So I know I'm doing a lot of Tom Petty comparison, but man, when you're playing the style of music and you're one of the 4 members of the band, it was hard not to do. But I really enjoyed everything right up until about track number 7, Trader South. And I don't know what happened there, but it went country. I'm not a huge country fan, and it just kind of like really took a nosedive from this point on for me. It's like Trader South, Leave 'Em, Sit With My Soul, all got really just like really just like where'd all the instrumentation go? Where did all the feel go? I don't even. I actually think I only listened to those songs one time. And there's one I don't even think had any drums in it at all. And then it ended with a weird. I don't know even what you call it. It wasn't like a full song. Just kind of faded out with a song called "I Wish You Peace." And I was like, okay, that one was all right, but it was weird because the first half of the album, I went back and I listened to the first half of it again. I liked it so much. I listened to this album 3 times halfway through because every time I got to that point, I was like, I didn't like those at all. And like the last 4 songs, and I'm just at the point in my life where, time is very valuable, and I don't want to waste time listening to stuff I already know that I don't like. So I enjoyed the first half of the album. I just didn't want to bother listening to this rest of it again. I want to get on to something else, and that's just the way I felt about this one. So that's my quick little review. If anybody has heard this and they have any thoughts on it, maybe you'll like the rest of it. You might like the back half of the album. I personally just didn't care for it. That's all music is personal taste. There's no good or bad. It's just music we like and music we don't like. So for me, I didn't care for that. But first 6 songs, killer. So it's kind of weird. I guess I'd have to rate this a 6 out of 10. So that's where I'm at on this one. Feel free to give your thoughts. As always, if you're eager to hear this, maybe this will help you decide to at least pick it up, because the first 6 songs are really, really, really good. Not going to lie. They're really good. So I might actually give this a 7 out of 10 just because those songs were so good. It makes up for the fact I didn't like the rest of it. But anyway, that's that. So like, share, subscribe to keep this music alive, because I like the style of music. I would love to hear Stan keep doing this stuff. I can't wait to hear what the next one is. Hopefully more upbeat. I don't mind a slower one here and there, but when the whole back half of it, anyway, I'm not going to go on anymore. But until that next album comes out, and until next time, we will see you. I got the squeakiest chair in the world.